Hello everyone, welcome back to Global with Ola. And in this episode, I'm going to talk about how I was able to raise about $10,000 in addition to the money I was looking for to cover up my tuition. Just in case this is your first time following my channel, I'm going to give a short recap. When I was coming to Canada, the exchange rate was about $500, and throughout the course of my degree, the exchange rate doubled, and I knew that, okay, I would actually have to raise a part of my tuition if I want to finish school. This happened when I was in my second year, and I still had 2 years left. So for each of the years, I had to find a way of paying over $30,000 to be able to cover my feeding and my living expenses. One of the tips I would be sharing with you today is called, drum rolls, fundraising. Yes, I know you're not expecting that, fundraising. Does she mean GoFundMe or all those fundraising platforms that are very helpful and have helped a lot of lives? Yes, you could do that, but that is actually not what I'm talking about. I'm going to be talking about private fundraising. For someone that has a private life, you're not sure you want to put it out there for every single person to know about your own personal challenges. You can do this. So I'm going to be sharing with you ways at which you can private fundraise. One of the major tips I did back then was I first and foremostly kind of tried to understand what fundraising is all about. By the way, the idea for fundraising came from me discussing with one of my community supervisor at the time. I had told her what my goal was. I want to graduate debt-free. I'm not certain I want to make it a public thing that I'm trying to pay off my tuition because I didn't want that level of exposure. However, I know that this is not going to get paid by me working multiple jobs alone. And she said, okay, have you thought about fundraising? And when she mentioned fundraising, I was like, fundraising? But I don't want to go on GoFundMe. And then she was like, go play with the idea. So I played with the idea and I figured that, okay, what if I'm able to raise this money from my friends and my community, like the people that are close to me, right? So yes, I was able to raise over $10,000 from speaking to people around me in my circle. And they also were very happy to help. Of course, you might be like, oh, I don't have anybody that has $10,000 to give me. Maybe not, but you might have somebody that has $100 to give you, or you might have somebody that has $20 to give you, or you might have somebody that would dash you $10 rather, not $10,000, $10 and not lose their mind over it. So one of the things I did when I was trying to raise the money was to create a spreadsheet. The spreadsheet contained the names of the people that I believe that, okay, this person can let go of $100 or $500 or $200 based off of our relationship. I think this person would be able to help me with this amount of money. So I've made a spreadsheet of their names and the amount of money I potentially wanted to request from them. And then after that, I doubled down and I was like, okay, this person might be able to lend me, maybe not $100, but they might be able to part ways with $20. Then I made a list of people that I felt like were around me, community partners that I felt could also help me with $20. Then I went on, and at the end of it, I had a rough goal of raising about, then at the time, my plan was to raise $5,000 from my community members. Yeah, so I got much more, which also helped me cut down on the shifts I was doing in school. So you might be asking yourself, you mean I'm just going to go talk to somebody and ask them for help and this and this? Honestly, yes, you are going to do that if you want to find solution to that problem. You might not necessarily post it on social media, but your close friends, you have to sit shame and tell shame that this is not a shameful thing. I'm trying to go to school and I'm trying to graduate. I don't know whatever cause it is you're pursuing right now. You're trying to get something substantial done. It's not like you're asking for money to go for a party. You're asking for money because you want to go to school. I had, of course, my academic performance was good. So I had my transcript, my unofficial transcript. I had it set aside to show that I'm actually a very serious person. You're not investing in someone that goes to school for fun. I actually want to be in school. I enjoy studying, and these are some of the interventions I have been able to do as a result of the previous opportunities I've had to go to school. So with that, I was able to, summon the courage, because the question is, how much do you actually want to graduate debt-free? That's another question you need to answer, because depending on how much you are willing to do this, you want to be out of debt, you want to be out of school debt-free, then stay on and listen to what I have to say. After I made a list of the people that I felt like I was going to ask for help, then I asked myself, what is the easiest way to get in contact with them? Because some of them are busy, some of them are students like myself, and some of them were working class, people that I've worked on certain projects with before. And after realizing that, okay, some people can be reached best by email, some people can be reached best by phone number, some people can be reached best by just iMessage or Instagram, I started reaching out. And the truth is this: you're going to get rejected. If you don't want to get rejected, maybe you shouldn't start the journey, because you're going to get rejected. But I promise you, one thing about rejection is that for someone that is running after something, you have to embrace it. It is part of the process. It's like just a redirection. Some people, they genuinely want to help but don't have the money. You might think that, oh, this person should be able to let go of $100, and they can't. And it's not bad, because they can't. But it doesn't mean that you would break up that relationship or that friendship as a result of that, right? You just tell them, okay, thank you so much for your help and listening to me. They might find out about a resource that could help you and share it with you over time. That's also an added advantage. So don't think that because of you asked this person and they weren't able to help you, then your friendship with them is over or you don't want to talk to them anymore. That's not how it works. Relationship and friendship should be cherished regardless of what you are able to benefit from it or not. So one of the things that helped me was after I realized that, okay, this person is best contacted by email or by phone number, because most of them, I give them a call. Oh, please, can I see you in person? Just let me know what day works best for you. And I planned my schedule in accordance with your schedule, because I was the one that needed help from them. After this, I can remember getting like a couple of rejections, like, oh, I'm so sorry, Ola, I don't think I can help you with this right now. And it was completely fine. I just knew one thing. My goal was right in front of me. This tuition was going to get beat down. It's going to get paid. It's going to happen. And I'm not going to stop until it actually happens. I want to start fundraising for the first time is to have a clear purpose. Okay, when you go and meet somebody and tell them that, oh, I'm struggling with my tuition, anybody can say they are struggling with their tuition. But what is your clear purpose? At the time, I was trying to pay a minimum of $1,500 to $2,000 to my tuition account to show my commitment. So I told them that right now, I am working towards graduating debt-free. At the moment, I actually pay over $2,000, sometimes $1,500 to my tuition account every month. But I find out that by the time it is the appropriate time for me to graduate, I will still have a deficit. I still need to complete the tuition. And I realized that from my calculations, I still need help. Any amount of any kind would help me. I was hoping that I was able to get $20 from you, but I'm also hoping if you are more than happy to contribute much more than I had expected. And I kid you not, there were some people that I went to meet, and I asked for $100 and got $200 from that. I asked for $200 and got $500. And some people, they didn't have anything, and it was fine. For every person I was going to meet, there was a tick on my calendar. Oh, this person done. This person said they're going to send the money to me at this particular time. So one of the things I would encourage for you to have while doing this process is a spreadsheet. You want to have a spreadsheet to track the people you've reached out to. You want to have a spreadsheet to be able to tell when you're meant to follow up with them. And with this, I was very much on track towards graduating debt-free. I have a clear purpose. It is something that once they send the money to me, I forward the money straight to my tuition account and send a screenshot. This is the money you gave me. This is how much has been paid into my tuition account. This would lead me to the next point, which is telling a genuine story. Tell a genuine story. Like for me, I couldn't come up with the money. I had used I had exhausted all the available means I knew at the time, and I didn't want to graduate with debt. Like at some point, I actually went to a loan company and I wasn't going to get anything because I had nothing to insure at the time, right? So tell a genuine story. Where have you started from? Where are you at? What have you done? One of the things that helped me at the time was I volunteer a lot, and I spoke about some of the volunteer activities I had done. I am someone that I'm passionate about giving back, so I was giving back. Whenever I had a time, I would volunteer with an organization or with my school, which also helped me when I started making petitions, right? At some point in time, I discussed with some people. They don't have money to give me, but they have resources to share with me. So some people might tell you, oh, unfortunately, there is no money I can give you, but I'll keep you in books. And it might just be a referral for a job that would also help to offset some of your bills, right? So tell a genuine story. Don't come today and say, so this is what happened. And then tomorrow when they ask you, it's like your words are not like they're disjointed. You're not telling the same story all the time. So the person is now like, what is she saying? Or what is he saying? They're just confused, right? So tell a genuine story. We'll talk about this. Yes, I mean, some people use the big platforms like GoFundMe and other fundraising platforms. But I would greatly encourage that if you're not someone that has ever done this before and you're scared or you're worked up, you want to start with your inner circle. Yes, I had a list of people, but one of the things that helped me was I started with people that I knew that were my people, like people that would stand behind me, right? One of the things I did was I had friends that if I coughed today, they want to know why I coughed and they want to solve the problem behind why I coughed, right? So I started with them. When you speak to people that genuinely care about you and you're confident that they care about you, then they help you sort of boost your confidence towards approaching other people that are not really close to you, right? And just so that you prepare, like just to prepare your mind, you might reach out to some people that you believe are very close to you and they still don't have. It doesn't make them bad friends. It doesn't make them not your friend. They are still your friends. It's just that now that you've told them about this challenge, they'll be on the lookout to help you with other resources or help you with other means at which you can raise the money. I had a friend of mine that during the time I was trying to pay off my tuition, I didn't have to worry about what I was going to cook for 8 months. Yes, what the person did was they were literally covering my groceries. So the money I was meant to spend on groceries was being paid by somebody else. And what did that amount to? I was saving extra bucks, and the extra bucks I was saving added up to my tuition. So they were contributing to my tuition indirectly, right? So it might help would come from different ways. So don't always be like, okay, I wanted this person to give me $200 and they're not giving me $200 and I'm so pissed by that. So I don't want them to help me anymore. I'm just going to move on from this. Seriously? They could actually help you in other ways. So don't be blindsided. This would lead me to the next point. Be transparent. Be transparent. For every money, for every penny I received, I sent a screenshot. You sent me this money for my tuition. This is the money paid to my tuition account. Then I send a screenshot of when it actually reflects on my school fees. When I was done paying off my tuition, I had a screenshot ready to show that, okay, you all, thank you so much for your support. Now my account is 0.00. Integrity is a currency you cannot afford to joke with. One of the things I had realized from this journey is that there are a lot of detours, and the fact that you can't complete your tuition doesn't make it shameful. It can feel that way, but you got this far, so it's not a shameful thing. It is something that is meant to stretch you and teach you other things that you don't even believe that you can do. Because I was faced with an unconventional challenge, I thought of an unconventional means to raise the money, right? Be grand with your Thanksgiving. Be grand. Say thank you and say it with your full chest. Like, what would I do without you? What would I do without all of you? And that is the truth. I think my journey would have been more difficult. Yes, because if I say I want to start listing names, the people that decided to support me, or the institution that decided that, you know what, we're going to take a chance on her and we're going to stay with her till she's done, I would run out of it. I'll run out of names. I would miss out on some names, and I don't want to, because I have those people in my heart. And I encourage that when you get to that point, like if you decide to use this mechanism, reach out to me if you have any questions. I am more than happy to answer your questions. Reach out to me if you have any questions, and who knows, you might actually raise more than $10,000 than I did. If you're in this bubble and you're going through like a roller coaster phase, you're like, how am I going to get out of this? And it's like, why should I even be smiling? But don't lose your wonder. Show up and show up strong. Show up and show up with everything inside of you. If you're in a place of service, you're working a job, give it your 100%. You don't know, your employer might see you and be like, you know what, we want to send you $1,000 in addition for your tuition. Who knows? Right? Fundraising can go in different ways. And don't you dare compare yourself with anybody. There is no need for you to do that. Like, don't compare yourself with anybody, because somebody else might be running like a sprint and you're running a marathon. What you need to be successful at a marathon is sustenance. You need to keep on keeping on to actually be successful, as my pastor would say. So you cannot give up now. You're literally in the journey already. So why don't you finish it?